Take away my gym, take away my weights, leave me with just my body and a place to move. These are the 5 movements that I do every single day to stay strong, capable, and pain-free well into my 50s and beyond. I move better now at 48 than I did at 28. And these 5 movements are the reason why. This is what actually works when you've been training long enough to know what destroys your body and what builds it up. And before you think this is some sort of minimalist fitness trend, understand that I have spent over 2 decades chasing strength. I've done the heavy squats that wrecked my knees. I've done the bench press programs that destroyed my shoulders. I've accumulated enough joint damage to know exactly what doesn't work long term. This isn't a theory, this is what survives when you're 40 plus and can't afford 6 months of recovery from a stupid training decision. Most people my age are trapped in complexity or they've given up entirely. More exercises to work around injuries, more programs promising the fountain of youth, more equipment to compensate for what heavy lifting took away. I was also that person grinding through pain because I thought that's what serious training required, and my body was breaking down faster than I was building it up. Your body at 40 doesn't want complexity. It wants movements that build real strength without stealing your ability to move tomorrow. Movements that you can do for decades, not just until your next orthopedic appointment. The first foundational movement is the passive dead hang. I spend 5 to 10 minutes here every single day, broken into multiple holds throughout the day. This isn't about training for pull-ups anymore. It's about reversing decades of gravitational compression and desk work. I couldn't hang for 30 seconds when I first started focusing on this at 42. That's what 20 years of heavy pressing and poor posture will do to you. Here's what the research shows, and this matters more at our age. Grip strength predicts how long you'll live better than almost any other metric. Your ability to hang correlates directly with your longevity. And hanging decompresses your spine after decades of gravity compressing every disc in your back. I had shoulder pain for 5 years in my late 30s. Orthopedic surgeons mentioned surgery. Physical therapy helped temporarily, but never fixed anything. But when I started hanging daily with no agenda except time under the bar, my shoulders rebuilt themselves. The hang strengthens your grip, which determines whether you can open jars and carry groceries in your 70s. It decompresses your spine, which relieves the lower back pain that gets worse every year if you ignore it. It builds the rotator cuff strength that prevents the shoulder impingement that sidelines most people our age. Hanging is non-negotiable at our age. Most people our age can't support their own body weight overhead for 30 seconds. That's the problem we're fixing before it becomes a crisis. Start with just holding the bar, 20 seconds today, 25 seconds next week, 35 seconds the week after. Within 2 months, you'll wonder how you survived this long without this movement. The second movement is Pike Pushups. This is how you build shoulder strength that lasts instead of shoulder pain that lingers. I do these 4 times per week, not because some program told me to, but because overhead pressing strength matters more as you age. But here's the thing I learned the hard way. Traditional overhead pressing with heavy barbells compressed my spine and beat up my shoulder joints until I couldn't lift my arm overhead without pain. Pike push-ups build the same strength through natural movement patterns that 40-year-old shoulders can actually handle. Set your feet hip-width apart, bend at your hips, and place your hands on the ground about 3 feet in front of you. Your body forms an inverted V, like a downward dog. Now lower the top of your head toward the ground by bending your elbows, press back up. That's 1 rep. Simple, sustainable, and brutally effective. Pike push-ups beat shoulder presses for longevity because your shoulder blades move freely through their natural range instead of being pinned against a bench. This scapular movement is what keeps your shoulders healthy past 40. Fixed machines and benches lock your shoulder blades in place, which creates impingement over years of use. Pike push-ups let your body move the way it's designed to move, which matters more now than it did at 25. But here's what makes Pike push-ups the gateway to lasting shoulder strength. Once you can do 12 solid reps, you can progress toward handstand variations. Or you can stay with Pike push-ups forever and maintain bulletproof shoulders that never limit what you can do. Both paths work. Both keep you strong and pain-free into your 60s and beyond. I started barely able to do 8 Pike push-ups at 43. Now I can do sets of 20 without any shoulder discomfort, which is more than I can say for the years I spent chasing heavy overhead press numbers. My shoulders feel better now than they did in my 20s. That's not genetics, that's choosing movements that build strength without accumulating damage. Start with 3 sets of as many reps as you can do with perfect form. Maybe that's 6, maybe that's 4, doesn't matter. What matters is that you can do them again in 2 days without your shoulders hurting. Do them 3 times per week, add 1 rep every other week, and watch your shoulder strength transform while your joints stay healthy enough to keep training. The third movement is the Nordic Curl. This is where we build hamstring strength that actually prevents the injuries that end training careers. Yes, this movement is humbling. That's exactly why you need it. Your hamstrings are weak relative to your quads. Most people our age have catastrophically weak hamstrings. And weak hamstrings lead to knee pain, lower back pain, and that feeling of instability that makes you move cautiously instead of confidently. Kneel on a padded surface with your ankles secured under something heavy or held by a partner. Keep your body in a straight line from your knees to your head. Now slowly lower yourself forward by resisting with your hamstrings. You're fighting gravity the entire way down. When you can't hold anymore, catch yourself with your hands and push back up to the starting position. The Nordic Curl builds eccentric hamstring strength, which prevents hamstring tears that take months to heal. At our age, injuries don't heal like they used to. Prevention is everything. Strong hamstrings take stress off your knees and lower back. When your hamstrings are weak, your quads dominate every movement, which pulls your kneecap out of alignment and creates knee pain that becomes chronic. I couldn't lower myself even 1/3 of the way when I started at 44, despite years of heavy deadlifts. Now I can control the entire descent and my knees feel better than they have in 15 years. Start by lowering yourself as slowly as possible, even if that's just 4 inches. Use your hands to catch yourself. Do 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Every 2 weeks, try to control the descent 1 inch farther. Within 6 months, you'll control the entire movement. Now here's something most people our age don't realize. You can master all these movements, but if you're dealing with chronic back pain, stiff hips, or joints that ache every morning, you're never going to feel truly strong. I learned this the hard way in my mid-40s until I discovered a system that eliminated those nagging pains that were limiting everything I wanted to do. That's why I created Reboot Your Body. It's a step-by-step program that shows you exactly how to move pain-free so you can actually enjoy the strength you're building instead of constantly working around injuries. Imagine getting down on the floor to play with your grandkids without your back seizing up, or waking up without that stiffness that makes the first hour of every day miserable. The link is in the description if you're tired of managing pain instead of eliminating it. The 4th movement is the Isometric split squat. This is where we build bulletproof legs and knees that can handle whatever life throws at you. Get into a lunge position with your back knee hovering 1 inch off the ground. Your front thigh should be parallel to the ground, creating a 90-degree angle at your knee. Now hold that position, don't move, just hold. Your front leg is working overtime to maintain that position while your stabilizers learn to fire properly again. This builds single leg strength at the exact joint angle where your knee is most vulnerable and where most people our age have the most weakness. Most knee pain after 40 comes from weakness at this 90-degree position combined with years of repetitive stress. When you climb stairs, get up from a chair, or lunge to pick something up, your knee has to stabilize at this angle. If you're weak there, your knee compensates with movement patterns that create pain that compounds over time. Isometric split squats. Fix that. They build strength exactly where you need it while teaching your knee to track properly over your toes without compensation. No momentum, no cheating, just pure strength development in the position that matters most for knee health and longevity. But here's what makes this movement essential for fall prevention and independent living into your 70s and 80s. Single leg strength determines whether you can catch yourself when you trip, whether you can get up from the ground without using your hands, whether you can move confidently instead of cautiously. This movement builds that strength while protecting your knees instead of grinding them down. Hold for 30 seconds per leg, 3 sets. When you can hold for 60 seconds with perfect form, add a light weight in your front hand. Advanced practitioners can close their eyes to challenge balance or elevate the back foot slightly to increase the range. The progressions never end, which means your knees keep getting stronger. I do these 3 times per week, and my knees feel better now at 48 than they did at 35 when I was still chasing heavy squat numbers. No clicking, no grinding, no pain going downstairs, just strong, stable knees that can handle whatever I ask of them without complaint. The 5th movement is the single leg glute bridge. This is everything for your posterior chain and the lower back health that determines your quality of life. Lie on your back with one knee bent and foot flat on the floor. Extend your other leg straight out. Drive through your planted foot and squeeze your glute to lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to extended knee. Hold at the top for 2 seconds, squeezing your glute as hard as possible. Lower with control and repeat. Single leg glute bridges build glute strength that takes pressure off your lower back and prevents the chronic pain that plagues most people our age. Most lower back pain after 40 comes from weak glutes that stopped doing their job of hip extension years ago. When your glutes don't work, your lower back compensates by overworking, which creates chronic pain and stiffness that gets worse every year. This movement fixes that by retraining your glutes to fire properly. Every rep is a reminder to your nervous system that your glutes exist and need to work. After a few weeks, your glutes start activating naturally throughout the day, which means your lower back finally gets to relax instead of compensating for weak hips. But here's what makes single-leg glute bridges essential for healthy aging. Hip extension strength determines how you walk, how you climb stairs, how you get up from sitting without using your hands. As glute strength declines, people develop that shuffling gait where they barely lift their feet and use momentum instead of strength. Strong glutes prevent that. They keep you walking powerfully and confidently well into your later decades. Do 3 sets of 12 reps per leg. Focus on that peak contraction at the top, where you squeeze your glute for 2 full seconds. That squeeze is where weak glutes become strong glutes. That's where you build the strength that protects your back. I spent years doing heavy barbell hip thrusts and loaded Romanian deadlifts in my 30s. My glutes are stronger now from single-leg bridges than they ever were from barbell work. And my lower back pain that I dealt with for a decade disappeared completely once my glutes started doing their actual job instead of my spine doing theirs. 5 movements. That's my entire training program. No gym required, minimal equipment, maximum return on investment. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Passive dead hangs for total time of 5 minutes, broken into multiple sets. Pike Pushups for 3 sets of max reps. Nordic Curls for 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Isometric split squats for 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds per leg. Single leg glute bridges for 3 sets of 12 reps per leg. Sunday, I rest completely or do light hanging and walking. This takes 30 to 40 minutes per session. That's 2 hours per week total. Compare that to the hours I used to spend in the gym doing programs that accumulated joint damage faster than they built strength. The hang builds my upper body pulling strength and reverses shoulder dysfunction. Pike push-ups build my pressing strength without the shoulder problems. Nordic curls build hamstring strength that protects everything downstream. Isometric split squats build single leg strength and knee resilience. Single leg glute bridges build hip extension strength and eliminate lower back pain. Together, these 5 movements cover every pattern my 48-year-old body needs. Hanging is vertical pull. Pike push-ups are vertical press. Nordic curls are knee flexion. Split squats are knee extension. Glute bridges are hip extension. That's everything required to stay strong and functional. I've seen people in their 60s move better after 6 months of these patterns than they did in their 40s. I've seen chronic pain that lasted years disappear in weeks. I've seen shoulders that couldn't press overhead suddenly move pain-free. Not because these movements are magic, but because they give your body what it needs without beating it into the ground with loading it. Can't recover from. You don't need more exercises, you need better movements done consistently enough to create adaptation without accumulating damage. You don't need heavier weights, you need patterns that build strength while protecting the joints you need to function. You don't need more time in the gym. You need 30 focused minutes, 3 times per week, doing movements that actually matter for longevity. I move better now at 48 than I did at 30. My shoulders don't hurt when I reach overhead. My knees don't hurt when I climb stairs. My back doesn't hurt when I pick things up. I'm stronger in the ways that matter for real life. I can hang from anything without my shoulders complaining. I can press my body weight overhead without joint pain. My hamstrings are bulletproof. My knees are stable. My glutes work the way they're supposed to. This is what training looks like when you're old enough to know better. This is what works when you can't afford to accumulate more damage. This is what you can do for the next 30 years without your body breaking down. So here's what I want you to do right now. Find a pull-up bar or something sturdy overhead and try to hang for 30 seconds. Just hang there with your arms straight. Then come back and tell me how long you actually lasted. Most of you won't make it to 20 seconds. And that's your wake-up call about where decades of life have left your foundation. These 5 movements are the foundation for training past 40. Everything else is built from here. Stop waiting for the perfect program. Stop looking for the next trend that promises to turn back time. Your body needs movements it can do for decades, not exercises that work until your joints force you to stop. Passive dead hangs, pike push-ups, Nordic curls, isometric split squats, single leg glute bridges, 5 movements, 30 to 40 minutes per session, 3 sessions per week. That's how you build strength that lasts and movement that matters past 40. Start today. Your 60-year-old self will thank you.